You're live, Matt.
Hello.
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 Now, Meg is saying hello, Matt and Kimbra, but I clearly, Meg, it says Kimbra and Matt because
Stacy said Kimber and Matt.
because Kimbra comes first.
Especially this month.
I'm just teasing you, Meg. I'm just giving you some grief just to earn brownie points from this one.
I like brownies.
I know you do. Sprouts brownies specifically.
Oh, I love Sprouts brownies.
But seriously, hello, everybody. I don't think we have a lot of people yet, but we haven't technically started according to our start time. So people that join, hey, there's Nautical Nurse Nancy. Hello there.
Hello.
People that come in, they'll be like, hey, you said 8:30. 8:30, man. This is going to be a little bit different than our normal lives because we're just kind of doing more of a traditional live tonight. But we are going to talk about the group cruise because we're freaking excited about it, and it's only a week away.
What's with the music?
There's always music, Kimbra.
Okay.
Should always be music. Yes. So let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start.
Well,
that was not the right tune.
I want to let you know that Meg thinks that we have a really nice background.
Of course she does.
She is not wrong. Oh.
We've also got Stacy.
Hold on. Stacy just said, is Kimber's mic on?
No.
How about now? Does it sound like it's on now?
It's on now. You had it switched off.
Apparently I did.
Speaking of Stacy, hello, Stacy. And Gina, if you're there, hello to you as well. And then, like we said, hello, Nurse Nancy, who's saying, happy Halloween month, you guys. Yes, it is October, and it is a fun month for those of us that love Halloween. And we are those people. And also it's Inktober, and I've been actually doing that this year. I didn't do it the last couple of years, I think, really. But I've been keeping up so far.
You know what else this month is, Matt?
It's your birthday month.
Yeah.
She already got. Oh, you should bring.
Oh, I'll go get it.
She has received some of her presents, not all of them. So we compromised on that a little bit there. Let's see. Yeah. So okay. A week away. A week away. A week away. A week away. Oh, that was bad.
That was bad.
I'm not going to continue with that. I'm not sure where that was going. But the lion sleeps tonight. Hello, Deborah. Thank you for joining us. Good evening. Good Friday evening. And there's my mama. Hello, Mama. She did not get your present yet. Well, she didn't open your present yet, Mom. But maybe we'll do that this weekend. I don't know. I don't know. Nancy says better with the mic now, Kimbra.
Good.
Yes. And Stacy agrees. Let's see here. What else we got going on?
Your mom's on?
My mom's on, yeah.
Oh, you already say that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so technically we would start our podcast. We'll still run the intro and stuff like a regular podcast, but at 8:30. But I just want to take a moment to say that our hearts go out to the people who are affected by Hurricane Ian. We know some people who were affected by Hurricane Ian. We know Iguanaland was very heavily impacted by Hurricane Ian, and they are officially reopening tomorrow.
Yeah,
I wish we could go. Support, and if you guys can give support to people down there that were impacted by the hurricane, that is awesome. Yeah, we have several people we know who are impacted. Nobody critically, although a lot of people were. So just wanted to acknowledge that. We got Kenny in the house. Kenny, we got 1 week until the cruise. And really, this time next week, we'll probably still we'll be down there.
We'll be there.
Because we got off work. We're getting off work early.
So that we can drive there.
So we should be there by like 5 or 6. We'll get to meet you.
Did you see Meg? Did you see that she said that?
Did she say that? Oh, yeah. Right above it.
Yeah.
Guess I'll meet y'all in a week.
And we have Mr. Paul Vines on here.
And is Paul going to be there too?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think so.
Is Paul going to be there too?
I hope so.
Can
So
I
we-
show everyone
then
my
we can
really
meet.
cool book? Or do you want me to wait? I mean, my really cool present.
Kenny says, yes, sir, can't wait. Nancy saying hi to Paul. Yeah, so you got a little bit of your birthday present. So you want to show people what you got thus far?
I got a book.
I threw the book at her. I didn't really
I
throw it.
actually technically got 2 books.
Yes, but I messed up and got her the same book that she already had.
But it's okay. I mean,
We can return it.
Yeah.
And get something else.
Right.
So
return 1 and get 3.
Tell everybody about your book.
So it's Birds of the West Indies. So I'm going to be prepared for the cruise.
The West Indies is basically
like the Caribbean and the Bahamas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other one that Nancy said he gave you the bird book. The other one that he got me was Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao bird book.
That was right behind me the whole time.
But Mama Sandy actually got me that book last year for my birthday.
I got excited. I was like, "Ooh, where is she gonna get her bird books?" And I was at work, so I didn't.
Yeah. So these books are coming on the cruise with me.
Well, the other book I got for us. I mean, I'll use those too probably, but got that other book. But I didn't get it as a gift for her technically because I was probably more excited about this book than she was. But I think she's excited about it as well. It's another book. Obviously, I said book like 5 times, but it's another field guide natural history book. But it's a little more broad than just birds. It's not just about the birds. It's more restricted in its area. This is the natural history of the Bahamas. And look at that cute little monkey right there. It's not a monkey, I know. Yeah, it's cool though because this has fun guys in it, and it's got plants and invertebrates and reptiles and birds.
It has like 4 fish,
some mammals. Yeah, it doesn't cover a lot of fish, but we have fish field guides. We got the fish covered, especially the marine fish. But
Nancy says, is it about the bees too?
There are wasps in it. I don't think there's any bees.
No,
but
you don't get
no,
it.
I got it.
Okay.
Yes. It's about the birds and the wasps and the flowers and the fungi and the moon up above and a thing called love. Look, if you watch Klaykowski's live and then come here expecting good vocals, just stay on Klaykowski because he used to do that for like professionally, and I don't. I draw things. I don't sing things. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Aw, Nancy says, "Fine guy." That's you, Matt. Thank you, Nancy. And she apologized for it. So. Yeah, but we also put an invite out. I don't know if anybody will take it because we put it out earlier today for people that are going on the group cruise. We put it in the group cruise Facebook.
The group cruise that goes out
thing.
Next week, not our group cruise.
Correct.
To be specific.
That's a good clarification. We gave them the link to StreamYard, so we'll see if anybody pops in, wants to talk about the cruise, because we're gonna talk about it. Hello, Aaron.
Welcome back from your cruise.
Yes.
That got extended.
Yes, your 5-day cruise. Wasn't it supposed to be a 5 night?
And you got what,
cruise?
2 extra days?
Turned into like a week-long cruise. Look, okay, let me just say, some people are like all nervous and stuff about cruising during hurricanes, but it is very rare that a cruise gets canceled. Now, you may end up with less than stellar weather on a cruise this time of year, but you're getting a better price. And chances are your weather, at least for part, if not most or all of it, is going to be fine. And you might end up with extra time, extra port stops and stuff. So, if you're only going to cruise once ever, you're probably not watching this, so it doesn't matter. But then maybe I would be more nitpicky about cruising during the Jason months. But if you're like the people that probably watch this kind of thing and us that cruise enough, like, roll the dice and take a chance, because you're going to save some money and probably most likely it's going to all be good.
What are you drinking? I'm
drinking a Coke Zero and bourbon.
I don't have anything to drink.
You can get something.
Yeah, I don't know if I want anything.
Okay, that's okay too. And let me just tell you this too about the Jason months. The Jason months, if you're not familiar, is the hurricane season for Florida and I guess southeastern United States. So basically July, August, September, October, November. But I did a little homework this week because I've lived here for over 20 years, and I'm thinking back, like, when do hurricanes hit, right? And like, what are the odds that another one's going to come through for our cruise next week? And so I did some research. I looked up some statistics, and by far, most hurricanes hit Florida in September. Like, huge.
Except the one last week.
Right. They go into early October. That's the early October, mid to late August, early October is second to September, but September has the bulk of them. And then once you get past early October, they're far and few between. It's not like they can't happen. November, very rare, but they have happened. So it's, it can happen, but we're talking like very few and far between. July, very rare. They have happened. I'm not saying they don't, just saying like it's the Jason months, but it really should be the month with a little bit of A and O. Couldn't think of the letters that come before and after it.
We've got cruising scene on here.
Just saying. Hey,
and we've got
scene.
Plum Travelers on here.
Hello, Larry. Hello, greetings and salutations. If you are out there and you're one of the people going on the cruise and you want to come up here and chat with us, then there is a link to the StreamYard in the group cruise page on Facebook. And you can follow that link and it should throw you in the green room, and then we'll make sure you're good. And then we'll pop you up to talk with you and ask you about your thoughts, feelings, opinions on this group cruise thing that we're about to endeavor upon.
Nancy said, SAO then?
Yeah, yes. Well, ASO.
ASO?
ASO. Don't cruise during the ASO months unless you're prepared to take a chance. Don't be an ASO month cruiser. No. I've cruised during the hurricane months several times.
That's mostly when I've cruised.
Never had an issue. Again, not saying it doesn't happen. It does happen, but the rates you get are better. Anyway,
Larry said I can come up for a short minute if that is okay.
We didn't mean you, Larry. Of course, Larry. Of course.
Nancy said, "ASO." That's what you want to avoid.
Yes, and generally in life, it's good to avoid ASOs. Let's see the Gaylors. Hello, Gaylors. We said we cruise from Baltimore, and I worry more about nor'easters than hurricanes. Yeah, so every place has their risks. I mean, you could have bad weather any time of year. It's just probability. And
all right, Matt, it is 8:30. Do you want to roll
Let's roll the credits, and then I see we got Larry down there in the green room. Once we get through the credits, and we'll bring him up and anybody else that comes on, so we can talk about this cruise.
All right.
Come with me, we're going on a fantastic cruise. Pick your destination with news, tips, and reviews. But here is an item you might not have thought of. All of the things under the water. Nature surrounds us with elegant features. You can't go on a cruise and not see the creatures. So let's make some magic, let's get ecstatic. Instantly classic, maybe romantic. The wildlife around you, cinematic on your fantastic cruise.
Bon Vidi, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Fantastic Cruising. I am Matt.
And I'm Kimbra.
And I didn't realize that I'm the one that had to hit the unmute, so that took a little bit longer than normal. But hey, hello, welcome. This is, if you are listening, if you're a listener only, this is going to be a little bit more of a standard live stream, but you're still going to hear some good talk and chatter and stuff. So still should be interesting. But just so you guys know that are listening in the future, what this episode is going to be a little different than our normal podcast format. But it is what it is. We're excited. We're stoked about our upcoming group cruise in a week.
Yes, not the Fantastic Group Cruise.
Correct.
You need to specify.
This is Us and More, and this is the Down Under Cruisers.
Yes.
And it was supposed to be Spikers, but they're not
Right.
going, unfortunately. But it's still Us and More and the Down Under Cruisers. And a lot of other really cool people who we are going to bring on, at least one of those people.
So I've seen some more people pop in. So just real quick.
Yeah.
If there's anybody in the chat that wants to join us, we're going to talk about the upcoming cruise. So there should be a link in the group cruise group page on Facebook if you are interested in joining us. We're just going to talk about all the cool things that are going to happen things.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to answer Nancy's question real quick. Then we're going to bring Larry up here. So Nancy is asking, no, that's not Nancy. It's Cruising Scene. I don't know why I saw Nancy. I just see Nancy everywhere. No, I'm just happy to see Nancy. I'm so glad to see you, Nancy. Cruising Scene asks, have you ever done the Sea Trek adventure? And I think that is something we can address because we recently got Sea Trek at the aquarium where we work.
Yes.
And so we have both done Sea Trek at the Florida Aquarium.
Yes.
I have never done it outside of that.
No.
I would say if you're asking what our opinion is of it, I'll give you mine. She can give you hers. My opinion is if you are not a scuba diver, or even if you are and you're just curious, I would definitely try it. It's a really cool way to experience the underwater world without being scuba certified in a very safe, controlled sort of situation. And if you can do Sea Trek and are comfortable, scuba is even easier. So that's my thoughts on it. It's a great introduction to scuba, or if that's as far as you want to go.
I agree. It's definitely cool. And for those of you that want to explore the underwater world, but either don't want to or can't get scuba certified for whatever reason, it's a really good way to do that. Or if like you're too young, or you want to see if it's, if scuba is something you're interested in and you want to see what it's like.
What's
maybe
our age,
being underwater.
What's our age cutoff?
10.
10.
But in general, Sea Trek, I don't know different places around, but in general, Sea Trek can accommodate 6 years.
6
older.
years old. You can't scuba dive at 6 years old. Not legally.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, but real quick,
officially.
we've had some people pop in that I just want to say hi to.
Okay.
We have Blaine in here who has
Blaine.
popped in. The Gaylors, I don't know if you said hi to them. Kelly and Tammy's Journey, hello.
Hello.
And Deb Wright has popped in. Hello.
And again, if you are on the group cruise coming up next weekend, go to the Facebook group if you want to join the stream. I am going to bring this man in right now, the legend, Larry. How are you doing, buddy?
Long time no see.
Are you excited?
Oh, I'm overly excited. I can't wait.
I mean,
I can't meet. Oh, you're meeting the cruise. Oh, I thought you were saying meeting you.
well, thank you. We are excited to meet you and everyone else too. But I did mean the cruise. I did mean the cruise because you've been on one cruise, correct?
Correct. It was in March. My first. I'm no longer a virgin.
and that cruise was in the Pacific.
Pacific, yes.
And it went south, right? Or was it Alaska? It was south, wasn't it? Cabo.
No, it was south. Yeah, I was going to play something in there, but no.
it went south. Not
Mexico,
like that.
Mexican Riviera, and it was awesome. Love it.
I cannot speak to that because I've never cruised over there, but I feel like this is going to be sort of similar, but also sort of very different because it's the Caribbean.
Of course, yeah. I, as scuba divers, I would recommend at least Cabo San Lucas. I didn't do it. I just, from talking to people and videos and stuff, Cabo, right by what's it called, Lovers Beach. Ooh, some outstanding stuff there. Yeah. But I didn't do anything. I just walked and explored when I was there. I didn't want to get overly excited during my first cruise and stuff. Now I can do all the stuff like I'm book with you guys to go
Yes.
snorkeling on a sailboat or a catamaran. It's different.
And I do want to say hi to the Down Under Cruisers because I saw
Of course, I saw
they
that.
showed up. Now that they're in the correct time zone and stuff, they can show up.
Right.
It's not like let's see. It's 11:37 in Melbourne right now.
Yes,
Because it
is.
says it on my
AM.
watch. AM, yes, AM. So look, Larry, we wanted to bring people like you on here that are going on the group cruise because we know what we think about this group cruise, but we wanted to get some other people's feedback and stuff. So we are, of course, going to the A and the B island, and then we're going to 2 stops in Dominican Republic. 8-night cruise, which is really cool because 8-night is the longest length of cruise I've done. I've done 8 nights, but I haven't done more than that. But most of my cruises are 7 or less. So
Hey Matt, you want to pop someone else in here real quick?
Extra one
while we're doing this?
Yeah, let's bring him in. The man of the hour. Hey,
I
Kenny.
know.
Oh, there he is.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Doing all right. Looking forward to getting to meet y'all next week.
It is going to be awesome.
Absolutely.
It is going to be awesome. So many cool people like yourselves going on this cruise that we've met like virtually like this, but not like it's different when you meet in person. But the cool thing is, like most of the time when you meet people in person from this community, it's like you've already met them personally because it's a very cool experience. So, okay, let me ask you this first, Larry, and then I'm going to ask you, Kenny. What is the thing you are most looking forward to about this cruise besides meeting people?
Oh gosh, now you just put me on the spot with that.
Well,
one.
because everybody's
That was
going to
my
say
number
meeting
one thing.
people because we're all excited about that. But I want to know outside of that, what is the thing you must
truthfully, and I've said this to Kenny already, it's seeing Kenny. I want to be able to see Kenny see the ocean for the first time. I really do. Now, it's probably not going to happen because, from what I understand, when you fly into Miami, you go over the ocean to land and stuff. Sometimes, all depends on the air or the wind direction. So I told Kenny, at least keep his window closed so I can experience him seeing that ocean.
So you want to deny Kenny the ocean so you can.
Well, I want to be there with him. I want to see his joy. I want to see that. I really want to see that. Like I said to Kenny also, I worked for a homeless shelter in Canada, and there was this African come over, never saw snow before in their life. And I brought them to the ski hill along with some other people. And it was amazing just watching how excited they got, throwing snowballs and everything. It was exciting. And I just want to see Kenny enjoying, seeing something like that for the first time. It just I was on a live feed last week, and I was sitting there waiting for the ferry to come home. So I'm around the ocean all the time, which is beautiful and it's magnificent. So yes, so I've experienced, but I also would love everybody else to experience the ocean like we're doing on the cruise ships, right? You know what I mean? So
Well, I would say this too. Like Kenny, you might see the ocean out of the airplane window, and that'll be cool. But I feel like when you see it, you smell it, you feel it in the air, that's a whole nother level. I mean, seeing it through the window is one step above seeing it on TV or YouTube. Seeing it in that more tangible way, I think that's going to be the awe-inspiring experience that you're talking about.
I think him putting his foot in the ocean will be that ultimate thing for me.
Yeah. All right, Kenny, what is it you are looking the most forward to on this cruise besides meeting everybody?
I'm looking forward to getting to try my very first escargot.
Ooh,
all right.
Okay. All right. I am a fan. I'm a fan of escargot.
And octopus.
Octopus, they have octopus on? Sometimes they do.
I don't know.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
They might have it at
Escargot,
a port
should.
somewhere though.
Yeah, escargot they should. Octopus they may or may not. I feel like I've seen it sometimes.
And I'm looking forward to trying the chef's table. I hear the chef's table is really good.
Are you doing chef's table?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
That's right.
I've never done chef's table, but I have heard that as well. And they will have some interesting seafood dishes on there, I think, too.
I'm going to interrupt real quick because we have multiple things here.
Oh.
So we have a question from Cruising Scene. Have you done the sea cow and snorkel adventure? We're doing that in Bonaire.
The sea cow?
That's what it says.
The sea cow and snorkel adventure. We have never been to Bonaire, so no. I don't know that one. I wonder.
I mean, I can look
I
it
don't know
up.
what it is.
But I also want to say that we have a Mr. Dave Burgess on.
What?
What?
Facebook user.
Oh, Dave.
Look, Dave, we have a limit on how many Australians we can hit. No, I'm just kidding. Of course, we'd have as many Australians as we could get over here. I will tell you, Dave, that Sean and Alana brought me a jar of Vegemite, but it says pizza on it. So we're all very confused. I haven't cracked it open yet, but I think it is actually Vegemite. Kenny, did you try Vegemite? You ended up trying it, right?
Oh yes, and that nope.
Well,
Thank you for the warning, Kenny.
Now, wait, did you try it properly though, or did you eat way too much of it?
I tried it with I got a little bit on a piece of toast.
Okay,
and it's like it was as Sean has described it. It's like axle grease from your vehicle.
Don't listen to Sean. He's South
said,
African.
No,
he doesn't know. What's that, Larry?
I said as soon as I heard that it's like related to axle grease, and it's like I'm not going to try it. I usually try something once, but I'm not trying that. Sorry.
But you're going to try the escargot.
I've tried escargot.
You like escargot?
It's okay as long as it's got the garlic butter and the cheese on it. That's the way I like it. If it's, I've even tried it without. No.
I don't. Yeah, I've only had it with the garlic butter and cheese, and really, if you like garlic butter and cheese, the snail's just kind of there as an afterthought.
Of course, I was a cook for 20 years, so I had the pleasure of cooking all that kind of stuff before. So of course, you're going to try it and. Yeah, I like what Kenny wants to try. It's just I can't do it without it.
Kenny, which port are you looking most forward to visiting?
Pretty much all of them, but because this is as y'all know, it's my very first cruise. I've never cruised before, so. Looking forward to getting that first time experience.
You picked a good one to come on because as somebody that's cruised a lot and been in the Caribbean, my favorite islands I've been to. I haven't been to Bonaire yet, but I've been to Curacao and Aruba, which are right next to each other, right next to Bonaire. Those are my favorite islands by far, and that's saying a lot because I love every island I've been to in the Caribbean. So. I think Bonaire is going to be really cool too. So I think you are going to maybe be spoiled now because you're getting the best of the Caribbean. But Dominican Republic is a really cool island. Do you like the Jurassic Park films?
Jurassic Park, yes, I do. Yeah.
And I think Predator. Did you ever see the Predator movie? With
I'm not sure if I've seen the Predator movie or not.
The alien with those and other films, but Jurassic Park's the big one. Parts of those films were filmed in the Dominican Republic. So a lot of the jungle scenes from the first, and I think maybe some of the other Jurassic Parks were filmed in that area. So it's just
I knew Jurassic Park was filmed there. And I also, because this homeless shelter I used to work at in Vancouver, it looks like either a courthouse or a jail. And a lot of movies filmed in Canada are made to look like they're in America. And so there is this show being filmed in Vancouver, and Sam Neill, which was in Jurassic Park, he was in the movie scene and everything. And so, yeah, that's how I knew that part was there because you learn all that kind of stuff. But I was a liaison for all this kind of stuff. So I get to watch all of them. I had to be right wherever the director was. So he would say, hey, I need some lights turned out. I go turn the lights out or whatever. Right. So
nice.
All right. So speaking of dinosaurs, I want to welcome Dan into the chat.
Camera.
And of course, Meg says, I like dinosaurs too.
Yes.
But yes, Dan is definitely a fan of the dinosaur.
And then Sean says he's jealous because Dave Burgess is on his way to Hawaii to pick up a repositioning cruise back to Sydney.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, and I'm glad that he is traveling again. But I'm just saying, you could have been here with us. I'm just saying. just give me in trouble, Dave. And look, we've got at least Blaine Down Under, maybe some other people in there. If you guys want to jump on, go over to Facebook, follow the link. We'll bring you up.
I actually got to get going. I got to go set up for you know what, my show.
Okay, that's cool. Well, good talking to you
Thank you for
here.
having me up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, I'm leaving in a couple days. On
I was going to
Tuesday.
say, when are you getting to Florida?
I get into Florida on the 12th at 10:14 p.m. Yeah, in Miami.
12th. That's Wednesday?
It's
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Tuesday, isn't it? I thought it was
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
No, the
Oh,
12th
it is
Wednesday.
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 Kimber, you're
It
always
is
on the ball
Wednesday.
here. You're like,
Well, my birthday's Thursday,
that's
so
right. You're right.
so I
remember
know that week. I know all the days that week.
My daughter's is the 14th, so yes. So yes, I will see you guys soon. I'm leaving on the 11th, which is the day I'm leaving. That's why I said on a Tuesday. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'll see
'cause
you guys there.
You've got like a very complicated schedule to get.
Oh my gosh.
to Florida.
I go from the ferry on a bus down the island, get on another ferry across there, then get on to either a bus, I think it's a bus to downtown Vancouver. Then I get on a train to go out to my hotel in Richmond by the airport. Then I sleep overnight at the airport. Then I get on to the plane at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then I'm going from Vancouver to Denver, Denver to Houston, Houston to Miami.
That is a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll see you. You have plenty of time to get there, so you
Of
will
course.
definitely be
That's
there.
why I did it.
You'll be there before us. Well, thanks for coming on.
When are
tonight,
you going
man.
down to Miami again?
We're
We-
driving down Friday, so
Yeah.
we're
Oh, you
working
don't-
a half day and then we're driving.
That's right. I remember you telling me that. Yes. Yes, I wouldn't do that. No. Vacation time. I want off. Not working no half days. Okay. Good seeing you guys. See you guys soon. Bye,
Sounds
Kenny.
good.
Bye. Looking forward to getting to meet you here soon.
Same. Well,
So, Kenny, when are you coming down to Florida?
I am actually coming in on the 13th, actually.
Okay. So that's
Troy S. is actually coming in the Tri-Cities on the 12th. So I'm spending the night with him at a hotel here in Kingsport. And then me and him on Thursday, about midday, we're going to head to the Tri-Cities airport and fly from Tri-Cities. I think our flight's from like about 12. And we should hit Atlanta about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then got like a 2-3 hour layover in Atlanta, so don't catch a flight until about 4:30 in Atlanta on Thursday. And then after that, should land in Miami about 6:30.
okay. Okay, so you got a little bit of a long trek then as well. A little, not a straight shot down.
No, I wish that we had direct flights, but our Tri-Cities airport, it covers Kingsport, Bristol, Johnson City, all the Tri-Cities area, but it doesn't do. It used to do direct flights, but they don't do direct flights anymore.
Okay, yeah, and right now it's like harder to get flights anywhere. It seems like pretty much. So, all right. So,
Hold on. I want to say hi to Tony G, who has joined us.
Hello, Tony G.
Okay, you can say whatever you were saying. And
And
the Moonlight
Moonlight-
Adventures has just
Moonlight.
joined us.
Moonlight Adventures, and
No.
yes, I am meeting with Meg in Atlanta. She's actually coming in on the same plane as me and Troy are coming in on
Oh, very cool.
that's
from
cool.
Atlanta.
I didn't know if she was driving down or flying down. I'm glad she's flying because I know it's about an 8-hour drive from Tampa to Atlanta. So that's another probably 2 or 3 hours to Miami. So that's a long way to drive, really.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, okay. So this is your first cruise, I know. And do you have any questions about cruising that we can answer? Anything you've been wondering about?
Not right off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
I'm still got to work on packing. I haven't packed yet.
You're getting more than a Ziploc, though, right? Like Sean.
Yes.
We saw Sean's suitcase. It's a big Ziploc. It's okay.
Yeah.
But I have not gotten packed yet, so
I didn't even know Ziplocs had wheels, but his has
The
wheels and a
biggest
handle.
Ziploc I've ever seen.
is it actually a Ziploc bag?
No, it's
No.
not. It's like well, they had 3 suitcases. One of them, I think they're bringing a bunch of stuff with them for people, and then I think they really just I don't know how, but apparently they're just really needing 2 suitcases. And I'm like, you're here for how long? And you only need 2 suitcases? So
Well, they're staying places that they can do laundry.
that's true. That's true. That is true. Now, you are coming on the cruise, but then after the cruise, aren't you doing some other stuff?
After the cruise, I am going to Disney World
Nice.
Awesome.
with traveling with special abilities.
With Lorraine, right?
and her daughters.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
We're actually, as soon as we get back on port from the cruise on the 23rd, we're heading straight to Orlando right after that.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
Disney's a lot of fun. Are you going to all the different parks or just a couple of them?
I'm not exactly sure. She has it all planned out.
Okay.
And I think we're going to Magic Kingdom and Epcot.
Okay. Yeah, Magic Kingdom's the one with the castle, so that's really cool.
And Epcot's my favorite, I think,
Epcot's
that I've been to.
awesome. Yeah, you can like drink and eat around the world, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I just know that we're staying in a condo
Okay.
in Disney, and it has a washer and dryer so we can wash and dry our clothes.
So you'll be set too then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That is awesome. So you're looking forward to escargot and maybe getting some octopus on the cruise as well. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten so far?
The weirdest thing I've ever eaten.
I mean, I would say escargot is a weird thing for most people, unless you're French, I guess. But
well, I've had Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh, that's weirder, I'd say, than escargot.
Yeah, and for those
I was gonna say, do you know what those are? Oh,
for those that may not know what those are the bull testicles of a bull. So, as what those Rocky Mountain oysters are.
Nope.
Were they good?
Yeah. In actuality, I think it was. I think it was the way that these things were actually processed. We have an Asian market here in my area, and you can actually buy them. And it actually says it's actually got a picture of a bull on it, and it says bull tendons. Well, they look like regular meatballs, and in actuality, when you cook them, and the very first time I ever tried them, I actually tried them on spaghetti. Huh. And they tasted just like a regular meatball. The only difference was it was a little bit more muscular and a little bit more tougher than a regular meatball. But
I was thinking it'd be more tender, but it was a little bit tougher. Okay.
Yeah. So
when you bit into it, did it hurt a little bit?
No, I mean it was just so it was really good. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I want to interrupt real quick and say hi to See the World with Chris, who has just recently joined us.
Hello.
I also want to say for anybody that has joined us recently after we said it, we are having people on who are coming on the group cruise, the Down Under and Us and More group cruise in about a week. So if you're in the group on Facebook for this group cruise, there is a link to jump on and join us. So if you want to come on and talk about the upcoming cruise, we'll happily take you.
And See the World with Chris, I think that's that was said, try the ox tongue.
Now, I was going to try some cow tongue one time.
Okay.
We had bought some cow tongue at I can't remember if it was at our local food city that we have or where it was. But by the time we got ready to cook it, it done went bad on us before we got it cooked. So I haven't been able to find it since then, and I don't know where else I can get. I've been wanting to try some cow tongue because I've heard people say that cow tongue is really good.
I know a lot of the more authentic Mexican places in this area will have, I think it's called tinga. It might be something else that's called, but cow tongue is one of the things that they'll put on like the tacos and stuff. That it must be good because it's pretty common. I've never gotten past the brisket because I can't like say no to brisket, so I always go for the brisket. But how about cow brain? My uncle used to eat cow brain. Have you ever had brain?
I've never had cow brain. I've never had monkey brains. Now I have had pickled. I have had pickled pig's feet.
Oh, you have?
I have had those.
I've seen them sitting on a bar in a jar, but I've never eaten one. What is that like? Because they look gross.
Well, I mean, there's not much. There's not really much. It's mostly bone. There's not really much meat there. You might could use it as like a ham hock, or like put it in your like soup beans or green beans or something like that. Use it that way. But I mean, there's not really. Not wonder if cow tongue would make your tongue slap your brain.
I mean, you could slap your brain with the cow tongue, and quite literally.
But I mean, I just I don't know. I mean, and then I've had pickled quail eggs. Now, quail eggs is pretty good.
We get quail eggs, and we have a pet lizard called a tegu that loves eggs, and so we'll get the little quail eggs and just give them to her raw whole, and she'll like crush them and stuff. She loves them. She eats them like a peanut M&M. But they're expensive peanut M&Ms, so she doesn't get them that often.
Right. We have this one. I've seen someone eat squirrel brains.
Squirrel brains.
Yeah. See, I've not even tried that. Now I've heard people eating squirrel gravy. I've heard people eating that. Now frog legs, I've actually had frog legs. Yeah. Now frog legs, they to me, from the ones that I've had, taste a lot like chicken. If you like chicken wings,
yeah,
you like frog legs.
I think I had frog legs when I was a little kid. I feel like I ate frog legs when I was a little kid.
I'm apparently not an adventurous eater.
No, you're definitely not an adventurous eater.
I'm not interested in any of that.
So but here's my question though. Yeah. We always say things taste like chicken, but why is chicken the thing that everything tastes like? Maybe everything tastes like frog.
I don't know. I know usually I know chicken is usually most common food that's usually served at like funerals and weddings and things like that. Usually,
it's big throughout the Bahamas and Caribbean. It's like a staple food. Like a lot of the islands. I don't know if it's like this in Bonaire or Aruba, or I'm sure it is in parts of the Dominican Republic. But you'll just see chickens like running around like we have squirrels. They're just everywhere. Even here in Tampa, we see some of them in the downtown or close to downtown area. There's chickens running around, which is weird because it's like a very urban kind of environment. But Oh yeah, Stacy says they will probably have gator bites. Gator bites you'll be able to get.
Now I've had gator bites. Now the very first time I ever had gator bites, it was like little nuggets, but it had more of like, I was expecting it to be kind of like a steak, like a beef steak flavor. But the one that when I first tried gator bite, it had like a fishy taste.
Yeah,
which was pretty good because I like fish. So now I will say I did actually buy an actual piece of alligator steak that was a pretty good size.
Yeah,
it had like a beef steak like flavor to it.
A lot of it probably depends on, like, I know that they'll eat the tail, they'll eat the ribs. A lot of it probably depends on what the alligators were fed. Because if they were raised in like a farm, they might have been fed like a pre-made diet. If they were in the wild or they were more ranched, they might have eaten more natural, which would be more fishy. And I think they kind of take on a little bit of the flavors of what they eat in the wild, is from what I understand. But it also might be just the part of the animal tastes different or something like that. I don't like fishy stuff, so I did try alligator. I've been bit by alligators, but I've also bit them. So we got Griswold in here. Hello, Griswold.
Hey, Griswold. Hey, Meg.
Welcome,
Hey,
welcome,
Stacy. Hey, Tony G. Aaron Sims. Hello, everybody that has said hello to me in the chat.
And like we said, we know some of you in the chat are going on the cruise. If you want to come up here and hang out with us and Kenny, go check out that link in the Facebook group for the upcoming group cruise. If you can't find it, send us a message on Facebook or something, and we'll get it for you. But it should be in there, and we'll ask you these questions too. Rayleigh Blaine says, let's see. I heard beaver tail tastes like chicken, Kenny.
There's no tail there.
Beaver tastes like chicken. Oh, you're gotta get us in trouble there. Well, there are beaver tails up in the Northeast, which are like pastries.
Yeah.
So besides the food, is there anything else you're really curious about or looking forward to on the cruise?
I'm actually wanting to try some of those virgin drinks.
Okay.
The non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to try the pina colada because I like pineapple and I like coconut.
Do you like strawberry?
I like strawberry. I was told that the strawberry daiquiri is really good.
Well, you can get the best of both worlds. I mean, you'll be on there 8 days. You'll have time to try different things. But there's one called the Miami Vice, and I believe it's half strawberry daiquiri, half pina colada. I think that's the Miami Vice is. So,
okay,
kind of get the best of both.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Destinations Delight, Crystal.
Yeah,
she actually has a list because she had me on her show one day, and we were talking about the different types of virgin drinks I should try, and I've actually been wanting to try those.
I mean, you got to have some fruity drinks when you're on a cruise, right? That's like the perfect place to have those kind of frou-frou drinks is on a cruise ship. It's like, but they call them boat drinks for a reason, right? They're like ideal. Oh, my mom says I ate shark when I was 5 and frog legs when I was 3.
I've never eaten shark, but I was told by a guy that tried it one time. He said it did not even have a fishy taste. It tasted like chicken.
It probably depends on how fresh it is and what kind of shark and stuff like that. I know when I tried it, I remember that because I remember it tasting fishy, but I am like so sensitive to fishy flavor. Like I will taste, somebody will give me, because I am intrigued by seafood. I just don't like that flavor. So somebody will say, this doesn't taste fishy at all. Not at all. And I'll try it and I'll be like, whoa, it's so fishy. So I'm like super sensitive to it for some reason. Let's see. Moonlight saying Caribbean iced tea. I don't know that one. Do you know that one?
I think it's probably like a Long Island would be my guess, but
okay.
like a special.
I don't know if you can get a virgin one of those.
Probably not.
Because it'd be just ice.
The majority of it's just alcohol.
Just liquor, so it'd just be ice. Let's see. What else we got here? Nick says, let's see. Can't wait to get to the other side of the ocean. Oh, I think I saw another comment from Nick.
I saw where Nick said, for me, seeing the ocean for the first time is going to be mind-blowing for me.
Yeah. I know you've traveled around kind of where you are and into the mountains and stuff like that.
And I've been to Arizona, Quartzsite, Arizona.
Oh, that's cool. I've never been that far west. That's pretty awesome. So is that like desert kind of area?
Yeah, it's desert. It's dry heat. I actually like the dry heat better than I do the humid heat.
Yeah.
I would much rather. I would actually much rather move into a dry heat than I would, because I don't like this humid heat, and and uh and I hear that dry heat is actually better for your bones and things like that, better than the cold.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that get like arthritis and stuff will move out southwestern United States, I think, for that. But it's also better for allergies, I think, too. If people have a lot of allergies, because that you don't get all the I'm sure they have their own allergies, but I think there's less like mold and stuff in the air, things like that. Blaine is asking, Kenny, are you planning to go to South Beach or Little Havana in Miami to see everything and get some good Cuban food?
Maybe. I'm not really sure. I don't think I'm gonna be. I'm actually gonna be in Miami that long to be able to do that, though.
Yeah, but anywhere in Florida, you can get good Cuban food.
Okay.
And I would say definitely. You seem like you're a foodie. I would try a Cuban sandwich
Somebody else was telling me about a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, and you can get, like, I'm from Missouri originally, and there's a few restaurants that had Cuban sandwiches, but they didn't know what they were doing. You got to get one from like Florida or someplace like that really knows. There's even differences. Like there's a Tampa Cuban, and is different than other Cubans, but it's like, I think our Cuban has salami on it, and the other Cubans don't, or something subtle like that. But yeah, if you have an opportunity to get some Cuban food, good pressed hot Cuban, good stuff.
I might hit that up then.
Nick says, I love seafood. Every time I see food, I eat it.
I have a question. Kenny, what kind of are you doing any excursions, or what are you doing in some of the different ports?
Well, that I know I'm doing that one. I think the one where the go-karts everybody's doing as a group. I think.
You're gonna do the in Bon Air, the golf carts.
I think so. Yeah, and I was planning on doing the dolphins, but Sean did a private chat with me, and he said he felt like that was not suitable for me because of my conditions. Doing the dolphins, and the monkey one, I was planning on doing the one in Amber Cove.
Oh yeah.
But, that's another one that had didn't think it was. It's not that Sean did not. It was on their end.
It'll say on the excursion, like it'll list accessibility things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you want to do the dolphin thing sometime, there are places in Florida that specifically work with people with different disabilities and stuff like that with the dolphins. So there are facilities that definitely are made to handle that, but maybe not where we're going, might not be those facilities. But yeah. The monkey thing, I think it's like there's a lot of like climbing up and down and stuff like that. I feel like. But in Bon Air, when you guys go on the golf carts, you'll get to see a lot of cool stuff. You may see some wild flamingos.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome. Because that's one of the few places you can see wild flamingos in the Caribbean. Let's see. Blaine says, yeah, near the hotel may have some good Cuban food. Yeah, they may even have a Cuban sandwich at the hotel. I don't know if that'd be the best place to get a Cuban sandwich, but it'd be better than a lot of places. You can get a Cuban on the ship in the deli, and it's good, but it's like, it's the difference between getting Italian food at like Applebee's and getting it at an Italian restaurant. So it'll be fine, but it won't be quite the same probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nick says the ladies are beautiful in South Beach. I think the ladies are beautiful right here.
Oh,
Sean says, I find it hard to have a Cuban sandwich, but Cubans are so hard to catch.
you see this one?
Ah,
There, Blaine said, "Save your money on the monkeys. You will be with a bunch of us monkeys on board."
that is true.
Yeah.
Fact. Definitely a fact there. See there. Well, what do you think? What are you looking forward to on this cruise?
What am I looking forward to?
Besides meeting the people.
So, I am really excited to dive in Bonaire,
Oh, yeah.
and I am hoping to see a seahorse.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is my goal animal for this cruise.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen a seahorse in the wild.
Actually,
Ever.
I'm also excited to get a massage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to, on the day that we're in port, I think in La Romana, sometimes you can get a good deal on the spa stuff. We're going to do the spa, what is it called?
The
Thermal suite. So you get like access to all the thermal suite stuff, that's the loss of the therapy and stuff like that. And then we might do a couples massage. So I can just do it for free.
or you can pay for it.
Meg says, meh, it pales in comparison. I think she's talking about the Cuban sandwich.
I think so too.
Yeah, Sean, I don't know. Why don't you come on here, Sean? Because I want to know what you guys are up to in Fort Myers. I don't know if you have had Cuban food yet, or I don't even know what's open right now where you're at, but you need to try Cuban food, Sean. For sure. For sure. So you're looking forward to Bonaire.
Seahorses in Bonaire.
Seahorses. You're hoping to see horses in Bonaire.
Yeah. CC horses. I don't actually care about real horses.
You're going to CC them like in an email?
Yeah, I'm going to CC them.
I know you're a car person. I don't know what kind of vehicles they have in Bonaire. I think kind of standard like we have in the States, but I wish we could still go to Cuba because Cuba, they can't get, like there's an embargo, I guess, or stuff. So they can't get new cars. So they have all their cars in Cuba are from like the 50s and they keep them running because that's the only option they have. So if you go to Cuba in the 21st century, the vehicles all look like they're from the 1950s, which I feel like you would probably really appreciate that.
Yes. Yes, I love older model vehicles better than I do the newer stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah. Easier to work on too.
Yes, don't have to take half the car apart just to get to one certain thing.
They need to have seahorses in Crystal River.
Did you know that?
Oh, they have seahorses in Crystal River. Well, if Crystal River, if you get into the like estuary area, I don't know if they're in the freshwater part of Crystal River, but if you get out into the estuary, that's where our Florida seahorses are. Like there are seahorses at Fort DeSoto. I've pulled seine nets there.
Well, I believe
bunch.
that.
I found pipefish galore, but I know Austin's found seahorses down there. But I'm curious, Aaron, did you see seahorses in Crystal River? Because now you've got my curiosity.
And we got Hope Faith is here. Hello and welcome.
Hello, Hope Faith.
Hey, Hope Faith.
So you're going to meet a lot of new people, but you've met some of these people before. Is that accurate?
Well, I met Blaine. I've met Meg, and I'm not sure who else is in here that I have not, or that I have met in person that is going to the meetup. But
Darian, have you met?
I met Darian. Yeah,
Darian's on the cruise.
I met Darian. I met Griswold, but he's not coming.
Well, tell him to come.
He tried to work it out, but he couldn't get the time off. He's a teacher.
I was gonna say he's a teacher, right? That's hard to do. Just call in sick
For a week.
for a week. Come on. You can teach from the ship. Just teach your kids virtually. You probably had to do that the last couple of years anyway, right? Hey, are you getting the internet on the cruise? You know,
I do have the premium package.
Oh, you got the premium package. Okay. We know where we're hanging out.
I know, right?
So I do have that. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
So
I've been on the Horizon before, and it can be hit or miss, but my experience on the Horizon, the internet was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we did a live with Sean and Alana when we were on the Horizon.
Yeah.
So.
And that was pretty good. I don't even think we had the premium package.
No, I think we just had the middle one.
So the premium should be even better.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
from what I understand, it's supposed to be even better than the others that they had recommended. So, but
virtual teaching. So yes, I can relate to that. Although I kind of like doing virtual classes, but I wouldn't want to be a virtual classroom teacher. And Aaron says they did not see them, but there were signs all over with information about how they are protected. I will have to look into that because I wouldn't think they would be in the freshwater that in Crystal River. But
I wouldn't either, but I don't.
But but Crystal River encompasses that estuary area as well. So I don't know. We'll have to look into that some more. Let's see. Blaine is saying 2018 Horizon had good internet when we were on there, but not sure after pandemic. I think the internet should be okay.
I mean, we were on there last September.
Yeah, and it was good.
You know.
That was post-pandemic internet.
Hey, Hope Faith, doing good. Hope Faith, how are you?
Is Hope Faith going on the cruise?
No, she's not going on the cruise.
Okay.
So who here in the chat is going on the cruise? If you're going on the cruise, say
raise your hand.
Yeah, tell us. I don't even know who all. I know some of the people, but I don't even know who all is going to be on this cruise.
Yeah, we know some of them, but we don't know a lot of them very well, I think. Like I see them in the chats and stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen some of their lives and things like that, but I'm really looking forward to. You probably have experienced this, Kenny, with like doing meetups and stuff, because it's probably a very similar experience. But I know in the past, going on group cruises, it's really incredible how much you can bond with people so quickly in this sort of environment. It's a really neat kind of experience in that regard, and people that. The thing I like about it is there's a lot of people that I've found in the cruising community that are not in my circle of normal activities and things that I do. So they're people that other than cruising, I would never have met them, and my life would be worse for that. So I think it's really cool that this one thing brings people together and just gives people an opportunity to get to know folks that they wouldn't otherwise have an opportunity to know.
Yeah.
That could be very different, from Australia even, or England, or
So we have Blaine says he's going on the cruise, which we knew. See the World with Chris is going. The Down Under Cruisers are going.
Blaine and Mallory are going, actually.
Yep. Well, one can't go on the other one, right? Because that would be. Tony says, I love meeting people on a cruise, but I'm terrible at remembering names. I am horrible at remembering names. And I teach classes at the aquarium, and I teach our homeschool program. There's kids that I have taught for literally 8 years, and I don't know their names. I'm so bad with names. I know them, but I'm horrible with names.
I know most of their names.
I know you're good with names.
Well, I also have to check them in.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Camp kids, even longer that I see every summer for weeks at a time. And I'm like, I don't know their name. People will be like, so-and-so. And I'm like, I have no idea who that is. But then you show me them.
Yeah.
And okay. I guess that's just how my brain doesn't do names. It does faces.
Do you have a cruise creature for this week?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. Kenny, what's your favorite animal?
Favorite animal?
Yeah. Any animal.
Any animal. I'd say mine would probably be a dog.
Okay. Do you have a dog?
I actually got a German Shepherd.
Oh, nice. Okay.
She's outside right now. She's been mostly an outside dog. We've mostly been keeping her outside because it's been really pretty weather and things, and not too cold, and she has her own dog house and water and food out there. So
cool. What's her name?
Her name is actually Toots.
Toots?
Yes.
I hope that's not a behavior. Was she named appropriately?
Actually, the guy that I got her off of had actually already named her that when I got her. And so he said that I could change the name if I wanted, but I figured since he'd already named it, I figured when I got it at the time, of course, when I first got it at the time, I did not realize I'd gotten her at 2 weeks too early. I'd gotten her at 6 weeks instead of 8. And normally you don't get a pup until they're 8 to 10 weeks old.
Not fully weaned.
See, I've been having some issues with as far as training goes. And when I took her for her very first vet visit, they told me that she was still too young to get certain shots that she needed at that time. Okay. So that's the reason. That's when I found out that I'd gotten her at 6 weeks instead of 8. So I had to wait a little while longer before I could get her the rest of her shots that she needed.
We should rename Reno Toots. He's a tutor.
It would be appropriate.
We've got a miniature schnauzer. You probably saw him, but yeah, he is also an old man. So the older he gets, the more tooty he gets. And they're getting more noxious as he ages as well. And he loves to sit right between us on the couch. And it's just, it's just like, oh.
And then he like turns around and sniffs and then just kind of looks at you like, did you smell it too? It's like yes.
It's like
yes,
the warning when you see him turn around and sniff his butt, you know it's coming. Just brace yourself. Meg says a tutor. Yes, he's Henry the fart is what he is. And Blaine says Toots would be my name after Taco Bell. Wait a minute. What is Danny saying here? That should be my wife's name? That's how you get in trouble. He also said he has to memorize 150 names in a year. That I couldn't do it. I could not. I would fail miserably at that. Tony says, my Boston is a real tutor. So deadly. Huh. All right. Well, we'll probably get off here in about 4 or 5 minutes and then get ready. Down Under Cruisers is coming on at 10. I think Larry might be on right now, Plum Travelers.
Yeah.
He was going live as well. We'll probably check in over there. Any last thoughts on the cruise, Kenny? Any last thoughts before you go on the cruise?
No, I'm just looking forward to getting to see everybody, getting to meet people that I have not met yet, and getting to meet the people that I have met yet, and also getting to try those new foods that we talked about.
That is going to be an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Gonna have some video taste test videos coming out for sure.
Yeah, you do those video taste tests on your channel, don't you?
I do video taste test reviews. I've done like trivia game nights. I usually go live every Monday night.
Yeah, Meg is, if you're in here still, can you put a link up to Kenny's channel and maybe Larry's too, but definitely Kenny's channel so people can check that out. And here's the thing also, if you're in the chat right now and you're going on the cruise, anybody can do this, but especially if you're going on the cruise and you're a creator, let us know, because there's so many creators besides us and more and Down Under Cruisers. There's so many creators going on this that there's going to be a lot of footage. You know that saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Mhm.
That is not going to apply to this cruise. It's going to be all over YouTube. There'll be no secrets on this cruise. It'll all be captured in cameras. There we go. Thank you, Meg. Put that up here. But also, if you see that, go subscribe to Kenny's channel and check it out. And look forward to the escargot.
Yes, and I'm actually not far from being at 1,200. I'm at like
Cool.
1,197, I believe, right now.
Oh, so then definitely go over there. If you are not already subscribed, go over and get him up to 1,200. You could be the 1,200th subscriber. That's always exciting when you're like the one that hits that. Blaine says escar gross. No, Blaine. It's like garlic butter, cheese, and a gummy bear with no flavor.
I know my dad said he's tried it.
Yeah.
And he said to him, it was like, he described it as eating a ball of snot. It was that disgusting to him. I mean, it was really salty.
They are a little salty, but not as much as Vegemite. But they are a little salty. But the ones I've had have been a little chewy. You tried it, right?
I tried it on the Rotterdam.
Yeah, and you thought it was okay.
I liked it.
Yeah, you liked it. So there you go. You know, and here's what you have to say: if you taste it and you like it, then you go, snailed it.
Yeah. Well, now I will say I have. I was talking about the Asian market earlier.
Oh,
that
yeah.
we have in my area. I've actually bought some of those baby snails. I've had the baby snails. Of course, you had to pick them out of the. You had to pick them out of the shell, but it had like a. To me, it had like a fishy. It was pretty good. It had like a fishy taste.
Escargot won't taste fishy because I think they're land snails in escargot, but I think you're gonna like it. Do you like garlic?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a fan of garlic, I think you'll like it. Professor Travels here. Hello, Scott. He says there's nothing wrong with salty. I myself am a salty person.
Because of his last name.
And my dad, my dad also tried.
Your dad what?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in on you there.
No.
My dad also tried the octopus.
What did he think of that?
He said it was way too salty and it was rubbery to him.
Those are supposed to be super chewy, yeah.
And he didn't like it either.
How about, have you had squid, calamari?
I've had calamari. Now we have this, I think it was at an Italian restaurant that I tried it, called Raphael's. And they brought me a big old plate of it, and boy, I tore that stuff up. So yeah, I've had calamari. It was really good.
I teach a lot of squid dissections at the aquarium. And so it kind of freaked me out because we have a cafe and they don't normally serve calamari, but for like weddings and stuff, they used to. So I walked into the cafe and I saw them like preparing the squid for the calamari, and it looked exactly, because it's the same squid. I get them from the same source. Looked just like the squids that I dissect all the time. It's a little strange for me, but let's see. Escargot was a little better on Celebrity than Carnival. Oh, okay, interesting. But he still enjoyed it on Carnival. Stacy likes it on Carnival. Why are snails allowed on ships? It's Cargon. There you go. There's a man with some taste. Vegemite is awesome.
Yeah, you can have my share because to me, you might as well just go and get some grease from out from underneath your vehicle, and yeah, because that's exactly what. If you've ever worked on cars and you accidentally get some grease on your hands, or and you take a bite of food or something, you know, before you get the grease off your hands, you know. You know what? That's what the Vegemite tastes like.
I don't need to go special order Vegemite. I can just go to the local auto parts store and get some grease and put it on my toast.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need calf fries on the cruise? What are calf fries?
That's the same thing as Rocky Mountain oysters, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Some people call them Rocky Mountain oysters. Some people call them calf fries.
I've never heard the calf fries description. Calf makes it sound like they're smaller, though. Don't you want the big bowl, like, full plate? Yes, thank you, Scott. We really dodged a bullet with Ian. Ian caused some minor damage here, but nothing like they folks felt, unfortunately, further south. Why do the French eat escargot? They don't like fast food. Oh, yes. He'll be at the Punchliner Comedy Club. Oh, yeah. Are you looking forward to, do you like stand-up comedy? Are you looking forward to the comedy show?
Yeah, I like comedy, and I like let's see, some music shows.
Oh, yeah. How about karaoke? You're going to do karaoke?
I'm not into karaoke, but I like some. If they have any gospel music, I'm into that. I don't know if they have any of that on the show.
They have a pretty big book. They might have some gospel music in there.
I like some gospel music. I like some. I'm the old type. I like old gospel music, and I like the old country music and the old bluegrass and the old rock and roll music.
Like some Hank Williams Sr.?
Hank Williams Sr. and things like that. Now, I'm not. I know some people are, but I'm personally not a really big fan of like the new stuff that they come out with, like the real hard rock, the real hard rap, the contemporary type stuff. Because to me, a lot of that stuff you can't even understand what they're even singing about. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly just a racket,
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Conway Twitty. Conway Twitty's not super old, but he's older country, I guess. Cool. All right, sir. Well, we are going to go ahead and sign out. But hey, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And
thanks so much for having me up. And I'm looking forward to meeting you here soon, very soon.
Yes, it's going to be before you know it. It's like we don't even have a full work week because we're taking a half day on Friday.
Woohoo!
But and everybody else, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We are looking forward to meeting those of you that we're going to meet, and meeting others in the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, Kenny, we're going to go ahead and drop you out, and we're going to roll the credits and say our little final bit.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right. Do you have anything else?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, on that note, it's time to head for the horizon.
Quite literally.
Oh, no. What am I going to say after that?
I don't know.
We ran into that before, and then we booked the horizon.
We'll go forward with pride.
Sure. And until next time, seize the day.
Have a fantastic week, everybody. All right, we're not going to hang out too long here. We just wanted to say goodbye to everybody again. Thank you to Kenny and Larry for coming on and hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys, and really are looking forward to meeting them in the very near future. We are going to head over to the Down Under Cruisers and watch their live. They're going to go live from the United States of America.
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, which is the time zone they will be in.
Yep.
I don't know how they're going to get internet. Maybe they have internet where they're staying right now. Maybe it's been restored there. I know they're in a good spot for that area.
Yeah.
So, but thank you guys. And we will not have a podcast next week because we will be at the hotel meeting all these folks.
Yes.
I don't know if Sean's planning on going live or Larry's planning on going live. Maybe you'll see us in the background screaming and making noises. I don't know. And then the week after that, we will be on the cruise. Wow. So it might be 2 weeks of no podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe what we'll do is maybe we'll try and do something. We'll see.
We might be able to do like a Facebook Live because we've got the social package.
We might, or there'll be other people, check out the people that are going on this cruise. And like Down in the Cruisers, us and more, Kenny, Larry, look for them and links to the on our page for stuff that's happening. And then maybe we can talk Down in the Cruisers and doing a live with us
when they're here.
When we kidnap them and bring them back here in front of the background. I don't know how we'll fit all four of us in this tiny room with a bed because there'll be a bed. But anyway,
sorry, real quick. Scott said, I do hear Kimber. Do not hear Kimber coughing as much anymore. Hopefully that means you're doing well. I am indeed.
Yes.
There's like a cough here and there, but overall it's gone. So that's nice.
Yep. We are very happy about that.
Yep.
All right, guys.
All right.
Peace out.
Bye.